Hello everybody, today I will be judge, jury and executioner of the archdouchebag Enver Gortash. The charge, accused of selling Karlach, the most sensitive, vulnerable barbarian in Baldur's Gate, to the service of the archdevil Zariel. Karlach was condemned for eternity in Avernus, the first layer of the Nine Hells, fighting demons in the Blood War. The verdict, guilty as charged, justice will be served. Gortash looks buff, chest hair and all, especially after invoking the Black Hand, which empowers him with Bane's tyrannical aid. But when we take a closer look, we see that he has only 10 constitution. This dude is frail. So, the plan is to have him fail a constitution saving throw, get paralyzed and pee his pants. Enter the Crawler Mucus. Crawler Mucus paralyzes a target if they fail a constitution saving throw. Throwing a Crawler Mucus bottle at a target induces 2 consecutive saving throws. A DC 13 save for the condition coded in Crawler Mucus, followed by a DC 11 save for the Crawler Mucus AoE cloud. Since Gortash rolls a straight D20, the probability of saving is only 20%, and for 2 consecutive throws, only 4%. For this murder attempt, I respect to a level 6 White Dragonic Bloodline Sorcerer, level 2 Circle of the Spores Druid, level 4 Assassin Rogue, obviously. The focus will be on making enemies wet, which makes them vulnerable to cold damage, and then spamming Ray of Frost. We will abuse spell slot sorcery point shenanigans to get a comfy number of casts. For our equipment we will use the Mask of Soul Perception that gives +2 bonus to attack rolls and +2 to initiative. The Cloak of Displacement for disadvantage on enemy attack rolls since we do not have critical hit protection. The Potent Robe which gives us +4 to all damage rolls. The Sparkle Hands for lightning charges which gives us advantage against enemies that are wearing metal armor. The Water Sparkers that gives us extra lightning charges and to electrify water. The Necklace of Elemental Augmentation that adds +12 our spellcasting modifier to our attacks. The Coruscation Ring to apply Radiating Orb to enemies and reduce their chance to hit. And the Sparkswall Ring to get electrocution immunity. For the main weapon, we will use Markoheskir, which is arguably one of the best weapons in the game. It will allow us to cast Conduit of Kereska's Eyes, which will add +4 our proficiency bonus to all damage. It also applies frost to enemies hit by our spells. In the offhand, we will equip the Sentinel Shield for a +3 bonus to initiative. Finally, we equip the Hellrider Longbow as our ranged weapon for another +3 to initiative, bringing our total initiative modifier to +13. Yeah, you knew the blackboard was coming. Gortash's maximum initiative roll is 14 and our minimum roll is 14 as well, so we are guaranteed to go first as ties are broken based on dexterity. The first order of business is to use sorcery point spell slot conversion tricks to acquire enough casts to last us throughout the whole battle. In this sped up sequence I convert all non-second level spell slots to sorcery points, then all sorcery points back to second level spell slots, and all second level spell slots back to sorcery points. Next, I use a potion of Angelic Reprieve to restore all first and second level spell slots, which restores the maximum number of slots we had before falling asleep. Nuts! You can repeat this sequence as many times as needed, provided you have Angelic potions available, of course. First, we are going to destroy the Steel Watchers guarding the outside of the throne room. In a normal run, you want to disable the Steel Watch first, since not doing so before killing Gortash will make every single Flaming Fist and Steel Watcher in the lower city immediately hostile. Recall that standing in water not only electrifies it due to our boots, but also gives us lightning charges, which gives us advantage against enemies made out of metal due to our gloves. Crates are very useful for climbing in order to get a good vantage point, but also great for covering behind them if needed. I am waiting for an opportune moment to cast Create Water in order to get as many Steel Watchers as possible wet before initiating battle. I can attack Connor to get some lightning charges outside of battle thanks to our gloves and start attacking with advantage. Two of the Steel Watchers have the wet condition now. Since the Steel Watchers are wet, they are vulnerable to cold damage, which doubles the damage dealt. With all the buffs we have from the various equipped items, we hit for 86 damage for the critical hit and 58 damage for a slightly above average damage roll of 14. Connor is also good cannon fodder for our enemies.
go from here? Gladly.
It is time now to head inside and rub some crawler mucus on Gortash's face.
Breathe deep and move. Just out of view.
All the enemies here except Gortash are wearing metal armor, so we need to create some wet surfaces in order to produce lightning charges and get advantage on attacks. In addition, Ray of Frost will turn the water into ice, which will cause most of the enemies to fall prone. At the start of battle, we have 8 turns of resistance to all damage types, 7 turns of +1 d4 bonus to all saving throws, which might get handy in case we need to stand on ice, and 7 turns of mirror image, which brings our AC up to 30. Immediately after the battle starts, one of the 2 Micromodron force curtains to the left and right of Gortash will activate. The right curtain will buff Gortash with resistance to most damage types. But the left curtain is malfunctioning and will give Gortash vulnerability to all elemental damage instead. We need to destroy the right curtain before entering battle in order to apply the debuff.
Gladly.
stricken with crawler mucus, and as simple as that, Gortash is incapacitated.
Well, so much for peace. Never a dull moment.
This city is mine!
Gortash is incapacitated again. This time we applied 7 turns of Encrusted with Frost. Gortash failed the DC 12 Constitution saving throw and became frozen. Not that we need it, he has only 47 hit points remaining, he is about to die. Murder attempt successful. Karlach has been avenged. The NPCs in this room are Black Gauntlets of Bane. They can cast Dominate Person and Phantasmal Killer, both of which need a Wisdom saving throw. Phantasmal Killer inflicts 4d10 damage per turn, immobilizes the target, and gives disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. We absolutely need to counter this spell. This is the insane firepower of the Frost Sorcerer. Essentially, infinite sorcery points combined with Twined Spell and Quickened Spell, and we can eat Gortash and his Iron Consuls for breakfast.
At least things have stayed interesting.
In the next episode of A Murder in Baldur's Gate, we will take on Orin the Red. Thank you for watching.